Recording in progress.
Hey everyone, I am your favorite managing broker of Caremark Realty Group in Illinois and your blogger on smartgrowmedia.com and your host of Coffee with Carrie every Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time on Instagram. If you are joining me for the first time, take a moment and subscribe to my channel so you're always notified when I have a new video. Okay, so I've got my notes, no PowerPoint today or Canva slideshow, on tips on working with new construction, or I should say working with clients when they're interested in new construction. And new construction is always a great option. Now, I'm a real estate agent. I've been licensed since 2001, but in 1997, I happened to work for a builder, and my first property, my first home happened to be new construction. So these are things that I learned working for a builder. Now, there are some things that have changed, how we might do things when you work with builders, but a lot of these things still apply, and I probably will have a part 2. So join me next week. So here we go, working with a buyer in new construction. So your buyer wants new construction right out the gate, Make sure you do one of two things. Maybe one is you go to the actual property and register the client, because you might have a client that's really aggressive, really motivated, and they go to the property without you. Or you can go to the property with your client. So if you have a client that has 5 new construction sites that they want to preview, you can make a day of it and you can go to all of those sites. But some of these sites may not have models that they can view. So pick up the phone, make a phone call, and make sure you register that client. That is a must. Okay, so number 2. Research new construction. So what do I mean? Now, I happen to have in my MLS, or our multiple listing service, we have something called new home search. So the great thing is I can make that available to my clients, and I can see all of the new construction in Illinois, whether the property is listed or not. So a great place to do research. I mean, you can Google it, you can go online, you can figure out what these new construction sites offer, you can lay out, you can preview the property, you can see what's available. So you still need to do your research. And research might include you getting up, getting dressed, and going to preview these properties. You're an agent that doesn't have any clients, or maybe you have clients, or maybe you have one client and you're not showing houses this weekend. That's your homework. Get in your car and go preview all the new construction. So yeah, so research, and then number 3 is go visit the new construction sites, especially in the areas that you work in. Now, my husband and I, we were looking at property in Florida, and we went to multiple new construction sites. Here's what we learned. The same builder with the same models, depending on the city, they were $400,000 more. These are things you need to know. And some of the property sites had a premium, depending on where they were. So you got to do your research, and you got to go visit these sites. Number 4, ask for a client package when you get to the property. So even if you're previewing the properties, just like a buyer, you might be looking for a property. Get that packet. I wish I had it. I might somewhere. So get the packet. So what's included in the packet are the models. You might also get the site plan. You also might find out what's included in every property, what you have to upgrade to, or maybe everything's included in the property that they are thinking of purchasing. So get that. And the other bonus is when the property site closes, so you've been through all of the phases and they're done. They've sold out of everything. Now you can become the expert in the neighborhood. So when one of those owners goes to sell, you have all of their paperwork, because not everyone keeps that. So yeah. So let's see. Yeah, there you go. That's on my notes. Number 5. Does the site have any spec homes? And these are homes that could be finished or almost finished, because you might have a buyer that needs to move in 30 days or 60 days or in 3 months. And these are properties that are already available. Now, if the site is almost closed, they're already through all of their phases. So let's say they have 4 phases. They're already through the 4th phase. They are going to sell off the models. So maybe the models are an option. And sometimes the builder will sell the furniture and the custom draperies with the actual property. All right. So do your research. We were interested in some of the models in Florida. Some company bought all of the models because they wanted them available when some of their employees were traveling to Florida. I was like, brilliant. Okay, so number 6, ask the agent that's at the model home about what's expected for earnest money or down payment. When I bought my property for new construction, first property, I was required to put down 5%. So that was my earnest money. But back then, not sure if it's available today, especially in a hot market, I had to put down 5%, but they allowed me to pay towards that down payment. So July through October, I put down 5%. Now then, my property was 129,000, so not too bad, not too bad. But I was pretty young, like maybe 25, so my mom had to give me a gift. But ask the agent that information. And then also ask the agent what phase they're in. Find out what phase they're in. Have the prices gone up? Are they expecting an increase? These are things you need to start asking. And then number 8, when your buyer is ready to write a contract, when they're ready. Now you can be there. There's really not much to change in the contract, but what you can ask is there going to be a warranty with the property? Can my buyer have an attorney? Doesn't matter what state you're in. You can still have an attorney because you might want that buyer to have an attorney review period. And are there inspections through the process? What are the rules for previewing the property once they break ground? Can your buyer come and say, hey, I want to see the house today? That's probably a no-no because those reps or the agents that work for the builder could be busy that day. So you might have to schedule an appointment. And also ask about when do your clients get to come in with the cabinets? When do they get to pick the floors? When do they get to pick the fixtures? So those are my 8 tips on working with new construction. And I am going to have a part 2 because I want to talk about what that might look like when your buyer goes under contract and what they might want in the home, because you don't want to overprice that property for the market. So thanks for joining me here on YouTube. Check out my feed. I have places for you to sign up to receive my automatic emails and my updates, especially if you are a real estate agent in Illinois. Thanks for watching.